Okay, good morning. This is our lecture video 5. And let me give you some reminders regarding IFRS 15, franchise and long-term construction contracts. So I guess this will complete our coverage as of the second comprehensive exams. So as to franchise, once you encounter a problem regarding franchise in relation to IFRS 15, which is somehow the modernized version, you will observe that the performance obligations are somehow enumerated. No? For example, the training of employees or staff and crew, trademark or trade name, intellectual property rights, delivery of supplies, and construction of an equipment or a building probably. So you just have to observe if, as per agreed in the contract, if one of the performance obligations is to conduct training for 10 employees, and at the end of year 1, 8 employees were already trained. So therefore, revenue is recognized up to 8/10 or 80% as to the service revenue. While for example, for delivery of supplies or raw materials, and let's say part of the contract is to deliver 2,000 raw materials, and at the end of year 1, 1,500 were already delivered, then again 1/5/2,000 considered already as sales revenue. Then if trade name or trademark is the access to rights or intellectual property rights is for 5 years, then by the end of year 1, 20% or 1/5 years is to be recognized as revenue already. And as always, construction depending on the degree of work completed. So in addition to the revenue recognized over a period of time or at a point in time, in terms of initial franchise fee, consider also the continuing franchise fee or royalty revenue once the question is total total revenue from the franchise agreement. Otherwise, if per IFRS 15 only the franchise revenue is being asked, then it pertains to the trade name or trademark. So please be reminded if the question pertains only to the portion which is recognized as revenue in terms of the trade name or trademark, so how much must be credited to franchise revenue. Otherwise, if the question is how much is the total revenue, then consider also the other performance obligations which were considered already as revenue as of the end of the year. Otherwise, if the franchise problem is about, it pertains to a problem which is somehow old problem, then probably initial franchise fee will only be detailed or dissected between the down payment and the notes, which is either interest bearing or non-interest bearing. So observe if the down payment, of course, the down payment is non-refundable according to IFRS 15, and the notes must be reasonably assured. So we have just have to take note if there's already a substantial performance. If none, meaning usually upon contract signing, then the notes, which is reasonably assured, and the down payment, which is non-refundable, but with no substantial performance, will be considered as an earned revenue. Otherwise, if by the end of the year, substantial performance already provided, then the initial franchise fee consists of down and the notes considered already as revenue. Now, if the down payment will be considered as revenue first, then it will represent a fair measure of services already rendered, while substantial services are still to be performed for the balance or for the notes. Okay, so that would be all for the reminders regarding the franchise in relation to IFRS 15. Good morning.